Welcome back, you beautiful people. Well, gonna spend a little bit of time out here. Not feeling the best, but not enough. Not feeling bad enough. Just to sit on my butt and watch TV all night. Though I'm still gonna do that part of the night. But I do want to get these panels or sheets glued up. So that's my plan tonight. Just get 3 of these glued, then they can dry overnight, and then tomorrow maybe we'll get them attached to the ceiling. So I'm going to go one at a time here, getting the 3 main parts done. So I got the long one underneath, then I'll put the small one on, then the other long one. I'll do that, all 3, and then when I'm done, then all I'll do is flop the end over, and I'll just do all 3 ends all at one time. But, sorry, very hard to talk and not cough. So we're just going to put you on the tripod, get this done. Let's see how it works. There we go. That was just enough. It feels like there's the ball that rattles, but it feels like there's like a giant cotton ball inside there or something. But it was just enough. Got them all laid out here, drying. What I end up doing is once I just pat it down by hand, I just used this liquid wrench can and just like a roller, just slide it back and forth, rub that right in. And the first few seconds, it's not too sticky. Then it gets real sticky, and then it's a mess. You don't want it on you. But another thing, this stinks worse than paint. I'm dying. Probably should have had a respirator on. Didn't really think about it. I couldn't really smell it a whole lot, but I could feel it starting to burn my eyes. So we're going to vent this place out. I'm going in. I'm going to call it a night. That's about all the energy I had anyway. So tomorrow, maybe we'll see about getting 1 or 2 or maybe 3. We'll see. See how I feel. Get those stuck to the roof of 64. So now it is time to see if I can get a roof panel to actually stick to the roof of the 64. Got a new bottle of spray glue. We're going to be a little safer this time and not get high off whatever's in that, because it's just brutal. And we're going to try not to make a mess. Got side of the fender covered as I did last time, just because I'm spraying in this general area. And then, of course, when I'm spraying in here, I'm just going to get a piece of cardboard that I can hold along the edge to make sure I don't get any overspray kind of wafting out of there. And we'll be doing it with the mask on for sure. Now, nothing really I can show you, except show you when it's done, hopefully. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to get a good coat. You can see I've removed, this will be last year, I removed almost all the glue off the roof there. You can see kind of the streaks of where it was. I'm just going to, on the flat panel, it's going to be in between the bars. I'll spray the glue on that. That'll start to give it time to flash. I'll spray the glue on the outside of this piece. And this is made to be about 1 inch bigger all the way around. So I'm going to tuck it in to the panel on the other side, line it with the back, and hopefully when I'm done, I can just take my razor knife when it dries a bit, cut it all the way around. We'll have a nice panel. Let's get at her. That sucked. I am completely glued. And all my arms, all my hair is all stuck to my arms. But I got a piece of it up there anyway. I got the first row on, the back one, staying up pretty good. Got it right to my back edge. And then this flap. I want it to dry a little better. I'll make sure it's stick all in there. I'll run my knife along the roof ridge, right along there, and I can cut it off. But other than my hair being all stuck to my arms now, it's not too bad. See if we can get the next one on and get it up underneath the light bracket. There we go. Got the whole roof done. That went in really nice. And man, this stuff sets up. When it sets up good. So hopefully this stays on permanently. So now I'm going to give this about, I'll give about an hour to cure a little bit more. And then I'll come in, I'm going to cut off all these flaps with the knife, tuck them, I'll leave a little bit left over, tuck it on the inside of the header. And we'll call that good for the roof. Then I'm just going to work on a couple small spots. You get little pieces that drop down there. Also pieces that go down there in the corners, the kicker plates as well. And then I think we'll pull the back seat out. We'll start getting ready to seal that up. All right, well, garage is taking too long to air out. That stuff stinks. So I'm working in this mask in tight spots, like trying to get my face up in that corner. Not good. So we are back to the Sure Seal, the automotive seam sealer. Where that panel there behind the seat goes, I made a line with a marker. I am going to seal the back of this one. From factory, this would have been just loosely laid in here. I want to try to keep some of that baffled air and the noise and any exhaust possibly from coming up front. So I'm actually going to seal that panel on. Seal that panel on. And then the cross members in the back, I'm going to put a little goop on there too, just to stop the rattle. And hopefully, that'll just make it a little bit better. It's not going to be perfect, but we're going to try to make it a little better than OEM. Whew. I forget how much that stuff stinks too. That's it. I'm leaving. Getting out of the shop here. I think that's going to dry up good. The biggest thing is no sound down here, no flapping like it was. I even glued at the bottom there and along both strips on the sides. Up most of the side. There's a larger hole here, but I need that to run all my wires through. There's the wire clamp there. And once I get it through, then I'll have to use something maybe like a foam, like a spray foam or something to close it up better. The same as this side here. There's a big gap as well. It'll be a little spray foam. But this side will be completely sealed off, so to say. It can, of course, still come up the speaker holes and that, but for the most part, just trying to deaden the sound. I am going to put a sheet of the roof stuff over this as well too. Just lay it over it just to keep the sound out. All right, so my next part now is these are the little filler parts that go between the seat and kind of where your shoulder would sit when you're sitting back there. So between the seat and then where the headliner drops down. Again, this is that hard board, I think they call it. And sorry, I still got a little cough. And not much to them. I don't have my material yet, but it is coming, so that's not a problem. But one thing I'm going to try, because these are smaller and I got enough material, I'm going to try to utilize these little clips. They're really good the way they work. They really do clip in there nice and hold it good. So I'm going to trace this out as best I can, and I'm going to try to install these clips in there and get it to work before I do the final finishing of it, just to make sure it is something that's going to work. But pull those out, tear this off, get this flattened out, and get it traced out on a piece of wood. we go. I think that's where I'm gonna finish today's video. Finish it off there. So, what I've done here is just some fiberglass resin, mixed it up a little thinner than it needs to be, but this dash panel, rear dash cover, sucked it up like a thirsty sponge. It just swelled that stuff right up, and I kept putting the layers on until it got too hard for it to draw it in anymore. But my plan is, now that it's all swelled up, I'll be able to sand it down to the shape I want, and I'm gonna rebuild this corner with a little bit of fiberglass mat. Same thing here, I'm gonna do that one as well too. I'm gonna see how that works out. If that works out good, then I'm gonna look at fixing this up here as well, kind of the same way. And then I can recut the holes and finish it off better. But that worked exactly how I wanted it. You see how it just sucked it all in there and swelled it up. So tomorrow, I should be able to hit that with the sander. It should be rock hard. And I'll be able to keep my basic profile so it doesn't change too much. Now keeping in mind, this will be covered with some type of material in black, so it's gonna hide a lot of it. As long as I get the basic outline the same, she'll look like she was never there. Anyway, again, thanks for stopping by. It is a beautiful day again. It's like I think it's 12 outside right now. Gonna grab myself a beer, kick back on the deck, get some burgers going on the barbecue. Love y'all. Catch you again later.